If you have any questions, you can ask me again today for a while, and then I'll make a move, because today I was unusually late. But it happens, you have to get out of time, you have to get into timelessness, you have to get deconditioned about timing. Those who see time too much, they must learn to get out of time, and that is very, very important, because time is according to certain auspiciousness has to be worked out. It is not to be worked out the way we think this is the time and I cannot be the slave of this watch. I have another watch of my own. So it all works out that way. I am not guilty for coming late, but I am sorry because you have to wait. क्या बोल रहे हैं? सेंसिबल हो तो बताना, नहीं बेवकूफ़ी की बातें कोई करते हैं उससे टाइम बर्बाद करने कोई अर्थ नहीं। हाँ, क्या कह रहे हैं?
पूज्य माता जी,
अरे पूज्य एक रख। हाँ,
पूज्य माता जी, चरण कमलों में सादर प्रणाम। मूलाधार चक्र में जो गणेश जी का ध्यान किया जाता है वह किस प्रकार से करना चाहिए? मूलाधार में ध्यान का सीन कैसा होगा? मतलब उस स्थान पर हमारी नाड़ियाँ आदि आसपास नजर आती हैं या कुछ और सीन होता है?
हाँ, आपने पूछा है कि गणेश जी का ध्यान कैसा करना चाहिए और वहाँ नाड़ी पर कुछ दिखता है कि नहीं। वो तो मैंने आज ही बताया कि अगर कोई चीज आपको दिखाई दे तो आपसे बाहर है, दिखना कुछ नहीं है। आप कुछ भी सीन नहीं देखते, आप होते हैं। कुछ देखना ये गलत बात है। कोई अगर देखता है तो उस जगह वो नहीं है, और देखना चाहिए भी नहीं, क्योंकि देखने में आप रुक जाते हैं, आपकी गति रुक जाती है। यहाँ से एयरपोर्ट जाते वक्त हजारों सीन दिखाई देते हैं, उनको अगर हम देखते बैठे तो एयरपोर्ट कौन पहुंचेगा? हमें तो एयरपोर्ट पहुंचने का। इसलिए देखना वेखना बंद करिए और पाना, यही खास चीज है, पा लेना चाहिए। तो और आपने पूछा गणेश जी का ध्यान कैसे करना चाहिए वगैरह, इसके लिए आप कृपया हमारे सेंटर पे आइए। वहाँ पे सब ध्यान विधि वगैरह आपको बताई जाएगी, उससे आप ध्यान पूर्वक सीखें और देखें क्या क्या कहते हैं। आपको शायद जरूरत भी न हो कि गणेश जी का ध्यान करें, किसी जिस चीज का भी ध्यान करना हो वो आपको बताया जाएगा। आप खुद ही जान लेंगे कि आपको किस चीज का ध्यान करना। जैसी आपकी दशा होगी, अवस्था होगी, और जो चीज की आपको जरूरत होगी वो आप खुद ही जान लीजिएगा और आप उसको पा लीजिएगा।
Body is purified by water, mind by truth, and soul by the left and blank. Is it austerity and reason?
ऑस्टिरिटी इन्होंने पूछा है कि बॉडी तो पानी से साफ होती है, और क्या, और कैसे माइंड?
Mind by truth.
तो माइंड बाय ट्रूथ। और
soul is by his left and blank. Is it by austerity and reason?
उनके ख्याल से सोल जो है ऑस्टिरिटी से होता है, बिल्कुल नहीं। ये उल्टा मामला है। सहयोग में पहले ऊपर का मंजिल बनाई जाती है और फिर नीचे की। पहले आपको रियलाइजेशन दिया जाता है, उसके बाद आप उस प्रकाश में देखते हैं। आपका शरीर, उसमें आप समझते हैं कहाँ मैला है। उस प्रकाश में आप समझते हैं आपका मन कहाँ मैला है। उस प्रकाश में आप समझते हैं कि आपके सोल में क्या दोष है। पहले लाइट जला दिया जाता है। कृष्ण ने भी कहा है कि ये जो पेड़ है ये उल्टा टंगा हुआ है, ये जो जीवन का पेड़ है ये उल्टा टंगा हुआ है। इसकी शाखें नीचे की ओर आती है और ऊपर में इसके रूट्स हैं। तो पहले ऊपर में ले जा करके इसके मूल में ही जागृति दी जाती है। पहले मूल को जान लीजिए, और अगर मूल ठीक हो गया तो बाह्य का जो पेड़ है वो अपने आप ठीक हो जाएगा। ये सहयोग की विशेषता है कि पहले मूल ही को जागृत कर दिया जाता है। वैसे भी कोई भी पेड़ को अगर आपको ठीक करना है और आप कहें कि पहले इसको आप इसकी पत्तियां ठीक करिए, फिर इसका आप बीच का बुंदा ठीक करिए, तो कुछ हो नहीं सकता। पर अगर आप मूल में उतर आए तो मूल से आप पूरे पेड़ पर छा सकते हैं। यही सहयोग का मार्ग है कि आप पहले अपने मूल पे उतरें, और मूल क्योंकि ऊपर में है, सहस्त्रार में है, वहां आप सिंचित होते हैं उस चैतन्य के साथ, जिससे आपका सारा ही जो कुछ भी मन बुद्धि अहंकार आदि शारीरिक जो भी दोष है एकदम साफ हो जाता है।
What is the reason for having dreams? Whatever
is the reason for
having dreams. whether if these can be avoided by, and how? How can these be avoided?
Dreams, the dreams, the reason for dreams is that when you are sleeping, your attention moves either to the supraconscious side or to the subconscious side. Your attention starts moving, and then you start seeing things which are connected with your subconscious or your collective subconscious and all these things. And you may go on to supraconscious side where you will see your future and all these things. But the reason why you get dreams actually is that the unconscious, which is within you, or you can say the Kundalini or your Atma, is trying to guide you to the right path. And how does it guide you to the right path? Is through dreams. But these are misunderstood. इसको ठीक से लगाइए, ठीक से दो रखिए बस. How do you guide these dreams? Understand these dreams, because you are so confused. First you go deep into yourself and you touch the unconscious, Sushupti Sthiti. But from there you come out, and then when you are coming out, you touch your subconscious or maybe supraconscious. So whatever anubhuti you had or whatever experience you had of the depth of the Sushupti gets confused, and you don't know what you dreamt and you don't understand and you forget it. But those who are realized soul go to their Sushupti and see exactly what they have to know. Like many people in Bombay, when I came, they didn't know I was coming, but they were at the airport because they got the dream. So at the Sushupti level, at the deep level, you get the communication with God if you know how to go in and come out fully aware. But if you get confused with supraconscious or subconscious areas, or if you start, your chitta is not so clear cut, then there can be a big confusion.
How is it supraconscious is on the right and subconscious on the left? How can we compartmentalize it? What happens to a man when he is a realized soul, when a person is a realized soul?
What happens?
What happens when a person is a realized soul? We just want to know what is the state of a person when he is a realized soul. When he is a realized soul, what happens to a man?
No. See, the first thing is to say that how can we compartmentalize it, because if the ego and superego is on two sides. Actually, have you not noticed in our body everything is a compartment? You see, even a cell is a compartment. Everything has a boundary. It's not some sort of a, even the blood has to pass through the channels. It has to go through the arteries. Everything is a compartment. There's nothing like something just left there like a pulp. If it becomes the pulp, you won't exist. So everything is in compartment. Its ego and superego are like balloons, and they are two balloons which can press each other, which can flow on one side. Now see, the ego, though it is placed on the left hand side more, is placed like this on the left hand side more, and this one on the right hand side is the superego. Still the ego, when it increases inside, it starts moving on the right hand side. And the superego, when it starts moving this way. So everything is in a compartment in our body. You are sadly mistaken if you think there's anything is in a pulp, nothing. Or something like a air flowing in, nothing like that. Everything has a channel, everything is in a compartment.
He asked, what happens to a man if he is a realized soul?
Now that is, I have been telling you what happens to a man. He is a realized soul, that his ego and superego are sucked in, and he gets a dent in the fontanelle bone area, and the kundalini shoots off, and he can feel the cool breeze coming out of his head, and he can feel it in his hand. This is only on the central nervous system this happens. But so many things happen much more, how to use this power, what it means and all that you have to learn.
In spite of tremendous stress on Kundalini by your holiness, it is hard for me to reconcile myself with the fact that there is no not the slightest reference of Kundalini in the two eminently authoritative guides on yoga. I mean Patanjali's Yoga Sutra or Gita. Why?
Yes, it's surprising that people will say, he says that in Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, it is not written about Kundalini, and also about Gita, it's not written about Kundalini. It's a fact. Because, you see, it was a secret science. It was kept a secret science. In my first lecture only I said, till the 6th century. In the 6th century, Adi Shankaracharya for the first time opened his mouth about it. It was a secret science with very great gurus like Janaka gave realization to Nachiketa. And in the same way, Sri Krishna did not talk about it. Because, you see, even when Markandeya talked about it, people did not know what he was talking. They never thought him to be a sensible man. Then later on, as the people became into two compartments, one on the right, one on the left side, some started worshipping God in a devotion and in a bhakti way, the another started doing yagya havanadi things. So whatever was required for these two types of things evolved, and that's what they developed. The central side of evolution was kept a secret. And even at the time of Sri Krishna, it was not mentioned. A word about this thing was mentioned. Because this is an internal happening, this is an antar yoga. It was not described, but Sri Krishna hinted at it, that you have to have your yoga. But how, he did not say, because that was not the time. He was the one who laid the seeds. That's why he is called as Krishna. Krishna means Krishi, the one who has done Krishi. So this one was laid, the sprouting had to come. Today it was to be told, so I am telling you about it. Everything is not told at the same time. Same in Sahaja Yoga. We don't tell you everything at this time. About Agya Chakra I have told you something, but not all. Gradually, when you will be so aware, I will tell you. It has to be seen how far to be said at what time. And that's what was needed at that time was told by Krishna. So Gita is the one which only tells you that this will happen. But Jnaneshwara, who was born after the 6th century, in Jnaneshwari has written about Kundalini, clearly. Because though Gita it is not written, but he said this is how it is done. Jnaneshwara has written. Though he has written, it's the Gita translated into a common language, he put also the knowledge of Kundalini. Because at that time it was to be told. Before that it was not to be told. Shankaracharya at the 6th century did it, then Jnaneshwara did it, then Nanaka did it, then Kabira did it. All these people did it. Not only, but even Muhammad Sahib in a way has talked about it, about the Sahaja Yoga and resurrection time. They all started talking about the resurrection time much later as they started seeing people getting ready. Because to talk too much about the future is dangerous. That time Sri Krishna was placed with Arjuna when they were at the war. And that time he had to talk about the problems of ahimsa and those ideas which we have, about wrong ideas we have. And that's how he talked on that subject. Whatever was the subject, he talked on that. And he told him how to become one with God. And not how, that when you become one with God, you become a Sthita Prajna. He gave the idea as to what will happen to you, but how it will happen, he did not say. That was left to me to explain. They can't do everything, I have to do something, isn't it? Because if he had said how, then they would have said, give me realization. But they were not prepared for realization.
There's one gentleman who says, I'm trying to go into spiritualism in the real sense of the word, but my health is deteriorating day by day.
Some gentleman has done spiritualism in the real sense of the word and his health is deteriorating. I have told you already what is the reason for that is. You take to spiritualism out of ignorance. There is no spiritualism. There is no ism with God. Spirit cannot be ismized. So you take to Sahaja Yoga, become your spirit. You cannot ism it. That's one thing you cannot ism. You can have isms in everything. But spirit is detached, it cannot be put into isms. So those who say spiritualism must know they have done wrong. Alright? You come to Sahaja Yoga and forget it. I know, I am sorry for that. You are misled, but God is there and Spirit is there. In Sahaj Yoga, we promise you that. And whatever mistakes you have done, it can be corrected. बताओ. आपने तो 3-4 पन्ने लिख डाले साहब. ये आपका है.
I want to realize God, and I have a love for that. And whenever I see, sometimes I see the flash of the light, that's where my attention goes toward that side. But health, that's deteriorating advance.
I would say that whatever I said today, you must take the tape and listen to it at home. I've said all these things already, but your attention should have been there. Now you take a tape from these people, listen to it. I've said the same thing which you are telling, that these are the problems of a person who goes to these things and how he gets into problems, all right? So then you come to Sahaj Yoga. I know you are a seeker, and if you are a seeker, that will be given to you. That's your right to have it. May God bless you.
Mother, which will be the end of all the world and of humankind?
What is?
Which will be the end of all the world and of humankind?
Which will be the end of
All the world.
all the world? Which will be the end of world? Huh?
Yes, ma'am. And of the human mankind.
Again futuristic,
Apocalypse.
very futuristic. Let's not talk about the end. Just now is the beginning. When the child is born, we just don't think about his death, do we? So better be worried about the beginning of this world, new world that we have started, and don't think of the death and all those things. Forget it for the time being. ये क्या है? एक पूरा लेख है.
ये एक सहयोगी है जो कानपुर से आए हैं.
हैं?
One was in Kanpur now.
Ah.
He has written some problem about relating to Sahajog in Kanpur. I'll just read them out. Persons in Kanpur are interested only in the physical cure and not in the life itself. One old lady cured of hypertension but complains that after bath treatment, though she is quite cured, plus very much thankful to Mataji, but her anger has much increased. And she admits all the family members are annoyed. What to do? I have not quite given any literature except the photograph.
There's a gentleman from Kanpur. He says that in Kanpur people are only interested in the physical curing. Have nothing to do with this wretched people. Useless. You just have nothing to do. If they are interested in material well-being, Sahaj Yoga is not for such people at all. If they don't want to have God, forget them. Let Kanpur be drowned in Ganges if they are like that. Useless people. Absolutely. Why should you worry about them if they don't want to have God? Don't waste your energy on people who just want to be cured. It's absolutely useless, such people. They are very selfish, self-centered and troublesome. They are good for nothing. If they don't want to have God, we have nothing to do with them. We have no relationship with them. They can go to the hospitals, take expensive medicines and die there. I don't like people who just come to Sahaj Yoga for only physical fitness. This is a hospital or what? Reducing it to that level is not good. Anybody who thinks that he should help others should start helping them in Kundalini and not start curing people. Please don't do that. I have told 100 times, don't do curing. Because what will happen if you start curing, you will start thinking that I am curing and you will get into supraconscious. So better not do it. You just put yourself into state which is proper for Sahaj Yoga. Gradually people will know you, will start coming to you. But as far as UP is concerned, God save that country, that place. I am married in that place. I know the people. Useless, absolutely good for nothing. They made Sita ji go to Banbas. Who can forgive them? All dhobis, that's all.
And the second question is also...
UP walas have a very great ego, you know. We had a servant who was from UP. I'm also married in UP. I shouldn't say, but I saw this very clearly. And there was we had another one who was from Madras. So he was very clean, Madrasi fellow, cleaning everything nicely, working very hard. So I told this UP wala, I said that if you don't learn all these qualities, one day you will have no jobs in Delhi. And you'll all go out of jobs. You better learn all these qualities of Madrasi people, how neat they are, clean they are. They take their baths every day. You are a lazy lamb. So he said, हाँ ठीक है, इनको तो बर्तन मारने दीजिए, हम तो राज करेंगे. They are all going to do Raj. Just imagine. So one must understand that, you see, every place has its own problems. Out of them, UP and Bihar, I don't know how it is going to work out. I am worried. I have already tried to send somebody to Lucknow to do something. My house is in Lucknow. My relations are in Lucknow. I have given realization to all my relations. But they find it strange. The whole thing is so strange, you know. You don't know what to do with that place. Imagine a Nawab married 365 wives. Can you imagine such a Nawab living in that horrid place? Singing ghazals morning till evening. All dirty things they do. And I don't know if you can really bring them round. There are some nice people, I wouldn't say there aren't. But on the whole system is based on something very nonsensical. And to bring them round, especially Kanpur is such a materialistic place, very materialistic. Very materialistic people. The Ganges flows in Kanpur. Ganga, Gomati, Yamuna, all these rivers are in the north. Cleansing morning till evening. Working so very hard. When will the people realize? So the Kanpur gentleman should come and settle down in Maharashtra. Rama also had to live with Sita. कोई अगर हो उधर यूपी वाले तो माफ करे, मेरा ससुराल है.
The second question is almost you have already answered. Third is, may I give self-realization to persons who have meager desire, or to my own family members, as there is no Sahajogi?
No. Don't try your family members. That's not proper. Those who have no desire for Sahaja Yoga, you cannot push them in. It's impossible. Who is your family? These are your family. Like Christ, once they asked, your brother and sisters are calling you. He said, who are my brothers? Your brothers are calling you. He said, who are my brothers? I looked around. Don't push your family members, all right? They'll become bhoots. Because if you push them, imagine, Agya Chakra is closed, they'll go to the left or to the right, they'll become bhoots or not. Don't push them at all. What else?
My question is, one of my cousin brothers here in Delhi, where I'm staying, drinks wine, but does not want to come to the Sahajog program in spite of my persuasion, as he is convinced that he simply can't drink and smoke after attending the program.
You see, this somebody's brother doesn't want to come to Sahaja Yoga program because he thinks after coming to program he cannot drink and smoke. Now, I would say that you need not tell him this regret that after Sahaja Yoga you don't drink and smoke. You need not tell him. Once you bring him and he gets realization, he will not do it. So let us manage it on that level. Better not tell him if you are interested. I don't say, did I say don't drink, don't smoke? Did I say so? I don't say so. But it just happens. So just let it be, let them come as they are.
एक लिखती है, मेरे पेट में तकलीफ रहती है, मेरा जिगर, तिल्ली और आंतों में सूजन आदि विकार है, जिसके कारण हल्की पैचेस में के पेट में भारीपन रहता है. कृपया कीजिए.
अब एक साहब फरमाते हैं उनके पेट में तकलीफ रहती है, उनकी तिल्ली खराब है, उनका ही खराब है. अभी इन्होंने अगर स्मोकिंग किया हो और शराब पियो तो भगवान ने बचा रखे, हमारा तो हाथ ही नहीं चल सकता. तो जिन्होंने पहली चिट्ठी लिखी उसका जवाब दूसरी चिट्ठी में है. इसलिए जब उनके पेट में दर्द होगा तो सहयोग में आएंगे, जब उनकी तिल्ली बढ़ेगी तो सहयोग में आएंगे. और जिनकी तिल्ली बढ़ गई है उनको सेंटर पे आना चाहिए. और जैसे एक डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, जिस श्रद्धा से उसने कितनों के पैसे मारे हैं, किसको को मार डाला है, कुछ पता नहीं, लेकिन सहयोग के प्रति अत्यंत श्रद्धा पूर्वक जो आते हैं उनको मुफ्त में सब बातें बताई जाती हैं और उनको श्रद्धा पूर्वक ये कार्य करने से एकदम लाभ हो जाता है. लेकिन मुफ्त होने की वजह से लोग